So you've heard me talk about grass seed and about just how important it is to get a seed or a blend that's weed free or 0% other crop. You want 0% weed seed, 0% other crop. Well, why does that make a difference? I know when you look on a bag of grass seed, if you get one that has weed seed in it, the percentage is minute. It's tiny, 0.01, 0.02. I've seen them up to 0.05%. Well, that is the amount, the percentage of the amount of seeds in that bag and the total bag. So that means if you have a very high number of grass seeds or seeds in a bag, that little tiny percentage could end up being a lot. It could just be a lot of weeds you're putting in the yard. So I've always heard and I've always read that there are approximately 350,000 seeds in a bag of grass seed. So I was sitting there thinking, had nothing to do, so I figured we'd find out for sure how many seeds are in a bag of grass seed. So I'm going to count them. And no, I'm not going to count a whole 50-pound bag. I'd be stupid to do that. So I've come up with a little formula here. And now I'm not the greatest when it comes to math. So if I'm wrong about this, somebody correct me. But we're going to start off with a 50-pound bag. If we broke that down to 25 pounds, we would have, whatever the total number we came up with, we would have to multiply that times 2. Remember, we're starting with a 50-pound bag. If we broke it down further, times 4. If we got down to 1 pound, if we counted 1 pound of grass seed, counted each individual seeds in a pound, we would end up multiplying that number times 50 to get a total. If you break it down to a 1/4 pound, you would do it times 200. Well, a 1/4 pound equals 4 ounces of grass seed. Hopefully I'm on track here. 4 ounces, you would multiply it times 200. 2 ounces times 400. 1 ounce times 1800. And a 1/2 ounce of grass seed, you would multiply it times 1600 to figure out how many seeds are actually in a 50-pound bag. So I know this is rough numbers. You probably couldn't get a dead spot on accurate count unless you actually counted all the seeds in a bag. But this should get us really, really close. So let's start. We're going to turn on our scale here. With the bucket on it, and we're going to weigh out a 1/2 ounce, which should be 0.5. This scale is really sensitive too. It's a pretty good one. All right, there we are. 1/2 ounce of grass seed. Let's start counting. I'm not completely sure this is the best idea I've ever had. Let's see if we can break that down one more time. All right, so it's late, and I'm not counting that many grass seeds. I've got better things to do, like sleep. But I'm gonna finish this up. If you take 1 ounce is equal to 28.350 grams, we divide that by 2, by 2, by 2. So this same ounce number over here is equal to 3.5 grams. So let's try that out and see if that's gonna work. So you can see I've got the setting to gram. We want 3.5. Oh, boy, that's much nicer. All right, so we're gonna count that as 3, okay? We're gonna count that as 3, and we're gonna dump those right here. All right, so I got 3 grams, and I need to get 1/2 gram out of this, and the thing won't weigh that low. So here's my little Pampered Chef deal, and I've flattened it out. The bed of seed here as evenly as I can get it. So now we're going to square it up some. So what does that look like? Does that look okay? Let's divide this by, let's see, 3, we need 1/2 gram. So let's divide it into 3 parts first. Let's see if this is gonna work. Now you know this is a highly, highly scientific experiment. All right. Just go right up through here like this. Let's try to separate that out. Try to get it as even as possible by eye. And my eyes aren't all that good anyway. All right. So that's, we'll call that close. Let's get this thing out of here. That's a little piece of dust or something, debris out in there. So that's 3 grams, 3 individual grams, and we need 1/2 of 1 to make our total 3.5. So I'm gonna pull these over here to the side, and we'll count those twice, that 1 pile twice. So let's get to counting. $266, $267, $268, $269, $270, 1, 2, 3, 4. 274 grass seeds in 1/2 gram. 0.5 of a gram. Wow. 260. Okay, so I have double checked and triple checked my math, and like I said, I'm not the greatest at the math, so if you want to double check this for me, please do, and note that in the comments below. In 1/2 gram of tall fescue grass seed, this is 274 seeds. I know it doesn't look like it. I'm kind of having trouble believing it myself, but I counted every single one of them out. 274. All right, so we needed to get that back to the 3.5 ounce or 3.5 grams right here because we converted it. So I multiplied that times 7 because we split this up, and there was ended up being 7 piles. Remember, I couldn't measure out 1/2 gram, so I split this into 6. Well, yeah, that's a little bit better visual now. I split this into six piles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then counted this one twice as my 7th. So that's where we got 3.5 grams at. That comes to 1,918 grass seeds in 3.5 grams Well, when we converted this over, the 0.0625 ounces equals 3.54 grams. We have to multiply that times 12,800 to get the answer to the 50 pounds. 1918 times 12,800, 24,550,400 grass seeds in a 50-pound bag of tall fescue turf. 24 million. Whew. It's hard for me to wrap my mind around that. Somebody double check my math. If you want to take it back down to 274 grass seeds in a half a gram, you'll have to convert it over to ounces and then get it up to pounds, and let me know what you come up with a 50-pound bag. That's staggering. So that makes your weed, your grass seed that has weed seed in it, wow, that makes that all the more prevalent. So let's just say my math is right, for video's sake. If I'm wrong, please somebody let me know in the comments. But you have 24,550,400 grass seeds. Let's just say you go to Lowe's and buy or one of the big box stores or whatever, and you buy a grass seed that has 0.01% weed seed. That is an incredibly low number. It's usually not 0.01. It's usually around 0.03, 0.04, somewhat. That means you just put 22,455 weeds per 50-pound bag of seed. That's how many weeds you're putting in your yard. Man, sure does pay to buy good quality grass seed.